And now, after all that cold outside camera work, been on deck for about 4 hours actually since I woke up. Well, I say on deck, in the main hatch, exposed. But now we come inside the observation pod and we can enjoy beautiful vistas of the Barents Sea that we're in now. Sun over here on our starboard side. Got a beautiful blue sky, and then the panoramic view all the way around. And on our port side, the most amazing vistas on Bear Island. I never ever thought, particularly when we arrived yesterday afternoon, that we'd have such views as this of this island. And I think now I can have some hot breakfast. Well, certainly one of my best mornings for a while. I would never have thought we'd had such a fabulous view of this island. Maybe I keep saying that over and over again, but I'm really so thrilled, satisfied, relieved in a way, because it's a huge effort to get here, and there's always that risk that you're not going to have much of a reward. But today we're certainly getting it. Well, we're halfway up the east coast of Bear Island now, and it rather reminds me of a miniature version of Jan Mayen. What you've got is the south end, some mountains, and then coming to the middle of the island it falls away and you have a very low waste. And then as you come to the north, it rises to the highest peaks in the northeast. Now, in a way, that's the way that the topography of Jan Mayen works, but on a much bigger scale, of course. But it is interesting just surveying the way the contours run here. And yeah, there's definitely some similarities. Of course, the big difference is that whereas Jan Mayen is very long and narrow, this island is actually kind of heart-shaped, oval, a big oval island. So this comparison only really works from the point of view of the east coast and the parts of the island close to the east coast, but in general terms it wouldn't really work, but it was a nice idea. Well, we've lost the good light now and the clouds are starting to envelop the island, as they probably do every day, hence its reputation for being a foggy place. It's difficult to get to see. And there we come to the end of the highest section of the island, and then it falls away, and the whole top half of the island, as we've said before, is just very, very low lying. I'd imagine a dangerous place in a fog, that, in the old days for the northern fisheries. Kind of place you could pile up on very easily. So more or less lost the sunshine, but this might be our last look for this voyage anyway at Bear Island. It's absolutely fantastic to see it in such detail and so close. Well, here's our absolutely final look at Bear Island with the video camera. This mountain here with a scree and a obviously defunct glacier in the middle of it looks very majestic from this point of view. It's now about 8 hours, I think, since we first saw the island from the south, and it's extraordinary how it's changed in aspect and mood since then. There we go, right out to the northern tip. So farewell to Bear Island. Well, Wednesday the 23rd of July, just a quick update as to where we are and where we're going. I'm filming this from inside out of the aft port light. We've now left Bear Island well behind, and we're on our way sort of north-northeast. Horrible weather. Well, we have got a following wind, which is something, but for the last 24 hours virtually we've had nothing but thick, wet fog, heavy rain, and it's very chilly. But you come to the Arctic, what do you expect? But the big question is, what are we doing now? So we better come down to the chart here. So there's Bear Island, which we passed yesterday morning, and the plan at the moment is to go up to the northeast and just see how far we can get up the northeast side of the Svalbard group. First target, we've got the island of Hopen here, and then off to the northwest from there is the island of Edgeoya. Big glacier here, which will be interesting if we can get close. The idea is to pass between those two, if possible. All of this is very speculative, I hasten to add. Then we continue up to the northeast, and we come to this little group of islands, which is Kong Karl's land, King Karl's land group. And then, if it's still navigable, I have no idea, then we continue up further to the northeast to Kvitoya, which is the easternmost of the Svalbard group, and pass between that and the Russian island Victoria Island, which is the westernmost of Franz Josef Land. So that's the very rough plan, is to sort of continue on a north-northeasterly track up the east side of the Svalbard group from here where we are now, which is we're just a bit to the north of Bear Island now, somewhere around about here. Bring that back a bit. Okay, so that's the rough plan. Nothing is cast in stone. We'll just keep going until I feel we can't keep going any longer.